Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX. We have left Alexandria, although not in the smoothest of landings, and we seem to have lost the princess and everyone else on the way. However, we are running into the woods to find her. First off, before we do, I want to cover abilities, both the usable and the equipable. Zidane, and all characters in the game, have learnable abilities. Zidane's are mainly of the support variety, not really of the offensive or what have you. So his first two, as we have the Mage Masher, are Flee and Detect. If you hit select over top an item or an ability, you get to see what it does. Flee automatically escapes from battle, unless, of course, you are fighting a boss and then it does nothing. Detect shows every item you can steal. All items you can steal are going to be shown by Detect, so if you're not certain what enemy holds, use Detect. Now you also see Equip here, and what equipable abilities are basically perks. Zidane has, at this moment, Protect Girls, which costs 4 out of our 18 points, and Flee Gil, which costs 3. Protect Girls is very self-explanatory. Wrong button. You take damage in place of a girl. That means if a girl is in weakened condition, Zidane will run in front of her to take any physical hits. Physical hits. If an enemy casts fire on a weakened female, sorry, she's going to die. Fleagill is you get money even if you run from fights, which is nice. But if you recall, we also got a silk shirt. Oh, I have nothing else that teaches Protect Girls. Looks like we're holding onto leather for a little while. Running into the forest through this tree trunk. This is actually the only time we'll be here. This is one of several missable area kind of deals where you're not going to be coming back in. So enjoy the music while you can, because I don't think any other area in the game has this music. But this does introduce our first random battle. And yes, we do get experience for these, I promise. The first set of enemies we have around here are goblins and fangs, this thing. One fight should have Zidane up to level 2, and with his weapons, he's pretty much able to kill anything he fights. Fortunately. And just like that, one level. We get money for winning and also some experience. However, the experience is separated between characters. So it said 23 points. Well, if we had one extra person, it'd be like 12 for each character. And if we had 3, it'd be like 8. Always take, you know, division into account. And this is a goblin. Looks about right? Yeah. Die. There's nothing really dangerous in the original random encounters around here, and also one more thing to point out on this screen is the AP. The AP is what teaches us our skills and abilities. Now, how that works is, when you equip a weapon or armor, as I'll show here, on the ability screen below it, you'll see Detect and Flee on the Mage Masher. As long as you have these equipped, you will know Detect and Flee, which are its prominent abilities. Now, if I were to unequip it before the counter reached 40, they'd disappear with the weapon. So if I unequip the Mage Masher, he would no longer know Detect and Flee. However, if I get 40 AP in all, he will learn both skills and he can move on, which means he has them for himself and nothing can stop him. However, things like the leather hat teach fire, which he can't learn, so they are grayed out. Fleagill and Protect Girls are on armors, but are blue instead of the red abilities. Skills are equipable, so really, you want to learn as many of these as humanly possible. Not only Protect Girls and Flee Gil, but also skills like Antibody, Insomniac, Jelly, Locomotion, things like that will make you immune to certain status ailments. So you want to keep and get every single piece of equipment you can, because maybe someone can learn something from that one piece of equipment that they can't get anywhere else. So I won't be selling a single thing unless I have extra. Always keep that in mind. You want to make sure you do not sell shit you need. But one screen over, we are already getting into our first boss fight. What the hell indeed. Looks like Steiner's already here. And Zidon's always one for, like, the fucking laugh at you because you kind of suck at shit because you're trying to give orders to a plant monster, dude. Meet the parasite cage. Canonically, it will stick prisoners inside its leaves and drain health from it when he becomes weak. And here's our first case of trance. Consider it a limit break. Things that were introduced back in Final Fantasy VI. Well, trance is a mode that happens after taking a certain amount of damage. You take so much damage and you enter trance. Trance is different for every character. Zidon's is special because his skills turn to Dying, which are actual damage-dealing abilities like Free Energy and Tidal Flame. But I'm wasting a turn by stealing. Doesn't have anything, so we can kick its ass. This fight has a time limit, and it could be potentially your first game over. It will drain health from Garnet until she is dead, and if she dies, it's game over. If you have the Mage Masher, do not use Tidal Flame. Tidal Flame is an area effect ability and will kill her in one hit. She can generally take 3 of those before she dies, so at least Steiner should get a turn back. There's no time to be attacking her, but it's over, so who cares? Or not. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's dead. But the little bars underneath our ATB gauge is our trance gauge. It goes down for every action you take. And the battle is over. If you worry about how the character is doing inside the parasite cage, you can throw a potion at it to heal her. Or, you know, whoever's in it. And it took off. With her. Oh boy. Yeah, he probably could have helped. It's all your fault, Steiner. And I love how Zidon knows it's a minion. But there's another. So we get to do the exact same thing that we just did, only without trance. At least immediately. And this has another time limit because it will again try to suck health from Vivi this time. But Vivi fights back. Basically, as soon as he casts magic 3 times, the battle will be over. However, you have to keep him alive long enough to do that. And he's a little bit more pained by it than Garnet was, so we kind of need to play careful here. And without free energy, I'm kind of at the mercy of the game, because Vivi doesn't always do something. There we go. Throwing him a potion. Yes, you can use items on enemies. It serves about as well of a purpose as you can tell. And battle over. Or at least it's supposed to be. Huh. Well, now Zidon needs the healing. Whoops. I'm paying attention. So yes, this is where the game actually goes. I was pretty sure it was only 3 fires. I guess there's a damage threshold. Nope. Fight over. Also, you don't get experience for boss fights. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, but no experience for boss fights. What you do get is AP. Usually a good bit. And money, of course, and some items. A lot of bosses have stuff to steal, that one didn't. How unfortunate. Man down. Uh-oh. And poison gas before disintegrating. Oh boy. That's a thing that just happened, isn't it? And I guess the dawn dragged him back to the Prima Vista. So basically, the monsters in the woods shove seeds inside its prey, and then basically think of the movie Alien, only plants, and you get the idea. Sorry, dude. Probably isn't supposed to, you know, taste good. It's only kind of saving your life. Are you? I think you're still kind of poisoned there, dude. Duder. Dudus. And they're shoving him into a room and locking his ass in. Because... No. Yeah. We're on it, I think. At least they're trying to save Steiner, even though Steiner tried to outright fucking kill them all. And also, PG-13, there's some swears here and there. And I like how he's so, like, self-centered that he feels like he's the only... Yeah, obviously poison, dipshit. Ugh. And... I like his, like... and then he drinks it. And Vivi hated it, but Steiner's like, oh, yeah. And when they mention the mist... Oh, the game goes into more detail of it later, but, yeah. Continent's covered in it. Yeah, I mean, move in a group. You have Zidane, he kind of wrecked shit on everything. Fuck the wounded. Well, nah, Zidane's a hero. And Mr. Bossman doesn't really like the odds, so no princess rescue time. And warning Zidane not to go. And in his anger, he says names. But right next to him is a treasure of bronze gloves. We actually need some for Steiner, so why the fuck not? As Steiner has no gloves, I don't know. And now we have ATEs, Time to Escape, and the girl who was left behind. Time to Escape covers Steiner in his little closet of a room, trying to find a way out as... Yeah... Ram into that wall, sir. You and your big hunky-ass armor. They put out the fire, dude. They're on top of this shit. I wouldn't imagine so. Also, how do I know Garnet's 16? This cutscene, really. The doll is of Garnet, and it says she's 16, as yesterday was her birthday. Whoopsie! We kidnapped a princess on her birthday and shoved her in the fucking... girl who was left behind. Out of this whole intrepid crew, who's missing? Ruby. Whoops. Short, sweet cutscene, but it leads to what she does later. And one more after watching the first one, My Little Baby. The doll belongs to someone. That someone being Cinna. And he's looking for it. Oh, Cinna, you weird creepo. And, pedophile alert? Well, you could always make another one, preferably when she's older than 18. In America. Anyway. Blanks out of Vivi's room, but let's grab this treasure, because that's more important. We have us a wrist. Does Zidane have a wrist? Yeah, he does. Cool. And apparently he's doing alright. We should go talk to him, actually. As he is our black mage persona thing. There are a few treasures in here, the first one being this one. An ether. Which are kind of hard to come by, so take them as you can. And up the bunk bed here, we have, in the corner, 116 gil. And if I remember correctly, there's another? I guess not. Could've sworn. Huh. Oh well. Vivi time. Hey, Yellow Eyes. What's the problem? You kind of burned that plant to a fiery crisp. Yeah, he's pretty tiny and easy to burn things with. Yeah, great mage, great powers, yada yada. And his tiny broken steeple hat is awesome. And he feels kind of guilty for letting her go like that. But you see the building of a very quick friendship between Zidane and Vivi. And Zidane promises he's going to find a way to get her. So, he better go do that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're in the center of a giant fucking forest, so stands to reason that we might not find her. And thinking back, he has to reason through what he did. And this cutscene will actually change depending on what you did for that cutscene, so if you let her by, he would have actually stepped aside. And this is actually where we see that Zidane is actually interested in the princess, in a very strange way. He wants to protect her, keep her safe. And he also promised her to kidnap her. Go look for her. Why the fuck not? We're gonna die anyway, right? Yes, she's cute and she's in trouble. Yep. Sup, Blank? And Blank and Zidane are actually the best of friends. And he already volunteered Steiner and Vivi. And no, we don't, but we killed two things quite easily, and also injured one of the main minions, and killed another main minion. So, a thief playing hero. Sounds like Locke, doesn't it? So now we have to go find the boss, but he's away. So, let's treasure hunt. Treasure right here containing an ether, which we like. And Marcus has the key. And apparently Steiner shut the hell up already, which is nice. There's still treasure in here, however, from the beginning of the game. A rubber helm, one of the very few in the game. And where? I could have sworn there was another. Guess not. But the music group is still okay. And, hey, Baku. And apparently he's been waiting, and caught word that Zidane was talking to himself in the middle of the goddamn hallway, and he's gonna leave. And now he's going to break our legs. And apparently there's not enough room in there for his fat ass and Zidon's monkey tail to get rough and dirty, so into the next room. But first, treasure. A potion. This is the next fight where we can actually steal shit, so we might as well. And this fight will end in exactly 3 hits, so if you don't steal now, you won't get it. Anytime! Again, another pre-ending boss fight, quote-unquote. Can't really call it a boss fight, as its nature isn't that of a boss. All we have to do is attack 3 times. He fights very similar as to how he did in the original fight, the very first fight in the game. But this time, since we can steal from him, I planned on it. And instead of flat out tripping, sometimes he just elbows you. And I get the rare steal immediately, the Iron Sword. Awesome. The Iron Sword is the second sword for Steiner, and is actually a great increase in his attack power. So I might as well just steal the rest of his shit and then call it a day. Hopefully the LP curse does not whack me in the face for this. As you can tell, he definitely doesn't hold back. I'm amazed I got the fucking Iron Sword as easy as I did. It usually takes a minute or 2. So yeah, offensive time. Ow. I really hope he trips, because I haven't saved in a handful. So, okay. Healing. I don't know why I used a goddamn high potion. Insurance policy, I guess. A potion heals 150 HP. I don't even have 150 HP. I wasted a high potion. It just takes 3 hits. That's all it takes. So, yeah. And of course, it can still trip. I was hoping he'd do that instead of sending me to 4 HP. But, oh well. And battle over. But not before we stole his Iron Sword, which is useful and saves us money. As the only real character who can use weapons that we'll have for any extended period of time is Steiner, so we don't need to buy more than one. And then he punches it on in the gut. Yeah, I probably didn't care too much either. Woohoo! So yeah, let's go talk to Steiner, but first healing. So we're actually racking up a good list of equipment here, and we haven't equipped any of it yet. I'm going slow on the silk shirt, because I want Protect Girls, but let's talk to Steiner so we can get his ass on our team, and he was caught playing with Garnet's doll. Are you? Well, she elected to be kidnapped, but not that you would know. Dude, you gotta get out of here before you kill us. Yeah, dude. Yeah, about time. If you promise to be good. And his nickname, Rusty. Yep. Adelbert Steiner. Captain of the Knights of Pluto. And yeah, the joke continues. So, yeah, let's just go. Really, because what are you going to do on your own, Steiner? Well, I certainly hope you do. Yeah, he doesn't care. Master Vivi, as Steiner sees him as a great and powerful wizard. And honestly, a fire magic spell probably wouldn't hurt anyone. But now we have Steiner in our group for what will be a handful of time. So we can look at what he has. First, we got him bronze gloves, which gives him antibody. No new armor yet, but we also have a rubber helm that teaches him minus strike. Though his magic defense goes down, but who cares about that? We want minus strike, which is also taught to us by the Iron Sword. Now, why is this awesome? Well, imagine... Okay, if you have two gears equipped together, and both of them have the same skills to be learned, then you'll learn it at twice the pace. So, there you go. I'm not equipping the Iron Sword, as Beast Killer is actually pretty damn useful. But Bug Killer is also useful. I don't know. Let's just keep it as it is, and I will give him shit later. But he has the killer abilities. Pretty early, even. Bug Killer, Beast Killer, and Bird Killer. They're all very useful, but Antibody is the really big one here, so let's keep that. And that's pretty much all we have right now, but as you remember, there's a treasure chest back in this room with an ether. They're kind of gearing you up to use Vivi, which is nice. So now we get to go talk to Vivi. Hi, Marcus. Marcus. Yeah, possibly. Might have. Just maybe. Hit him a little too hard. Yeah, time to find us a princess. Yeah, magic is good against plant dudes of all shapes and sizes. So, we need a third, and Vivi's going to be our third. All we have to do is convince him to come. And he's a lot nicer to Vivi than he was to Zidane. And time to go. And it looks like Steiner has an idea. And a pretty damn creative one, also. An experiment with his black magic. Magic Sword. A reference to Final Fantasy V, but also gameplay mechanic. As long as Steiner and Vivi are in the same team, whatever magic spell Vivi learns, he can cast on Steiner's attack, using up only Steiner's turn, but Vivi's MP, and dealing a lot of damage. So let's look at his equipment before we set out. Wrist gives him nothing but evade, but it's better than nothing. And since he doesn't have Protect Girls, we're giving him the Silk Shirt, which teaches him Thunder. And since he has two things giving him Fire, he will learn Fire pretty quickly. But that's our team. And moving Zidane up front, because why not? And now we are ready to leave the Prima Vista. Having all the treasures, we got all the things, and we're ready to roll. So let's roll. Yeah. Blank was waiting for us. Cool, cool. Yeah. Zidane knows how he is. And the banter continues, really. Yeah, Zidane's a little too jokey. And it's the medicine, the seed remover, for the demon seeds. Good question. But thanks for the medicine anyway, douchehead. Don't forget to set your abilities! I have. He tells you how, but I'm going to give every tutorial on every ability ever, so you'll know it better through me. Anyway, as we were leaving, you saw a treasure chest. And Blank's still here, too. But we get a leather hat. Not much of anything, but... Nope, not chickening out. Just forgot to equip abilities on Vivi, whom, sadly, has no abilities to equip. He's one of the few characters in the games that really gets nothing in way of ability. It's really kind of sad. But that's it for now, as we are ready to save and head out. If you want to shop, you can go talk to Senna. He has potions and shit for you. And a letter for Zidane. Ruby to Zidane. Looks like Mognet works a little bit. And apparently she wasn't a true member of Tantalus, but whatever. Saving. And next time, we will go out and try to see if we can find Garnet. Maybe no promises, but we'll see. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.